Anyway, so we've now reached episode 6 of Invincible on Amazon Prime Video. The show has been one of the things I look forward to the most each week. It's been really fun talking about the episodes each week with you guys as they air. So if you've seen the episode, leave your comments and thoughts about the episode down below, because that's part of the fun of it, the discussion of it all. But also like the video and also subscribe if you haven't already, so you're up to date with all of our discussions about Invincible, all the other shows I cover on the channel, and movie reviews, chiller reactions. I pump out a lot of content every week, and I don't want you to miss any of it. With how great the last episode was, I knew going into this episode was going to be kind of hard to top that, and I don't think this episode topped it at all, but it was still a lot of fun. This week's episode was very reminiscent of the classic Monster of the Week style show you see in a lot of TV shows. Even with the way that they opened the episode with this random frat guy getting taken away mysteriously, it's just funny because that random frat guy is voiced by Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty fame, so it's just one of the many big celebrity cameos we get voicing characters in this episode. Before getting into that though, we see the brutal aftermath of what happened at the end of last episode where Battle Beast just destroyed Black Samson, Monster Girl, and Mark. That whole segment in the last episode was really shocking and intense, and it carries over into this episode. Thankfully, Mark is doing okay after a week in the hospital. Thankfully, they make a believable enough lie to say that he was hit by a vehicle that he can tell Amber. This episode is easily the most that Mark and Amber's relationship's been tested up to this point, and it does continue on in this episode because she really doesn't trust Mark as he keeps disappearing to turn into Invincible, but she doesn't know that, of course, because he won't tell her his secret identity. I do wonder how much longer Mark is going to keep that secret from Amber, just because of the way that things go down at the campus. It seems like it's leaning towards things being a lot more rocky in the future. The episode picks up a lot of steam when Mark, Amber, and his friend William actually go to Upstate University to meet up with this guy that William likes named Rick, who's voiced by Jonathan Groff of all people. Like I said, this show has a lot of celebrity talent and we're not done here. Unlike with Justin Roiland's character early on in the episode, Rick actually gets a decent amount of screen time and actually has some crucial moments all throughout this episode. Like for example, when he confronts the main antagonist of our episode, D.A. Sinclair. As far as a lot of the antagonists go in the series, I think he is one of the weakest ones. I wasn't too fond of his character. He's kind of just your stereotypical genius, douchey type of character. The only thing that's kind of interesting about him is the fact that he's actually voiced by Ezra Miller. I think Ezra Miller did a decent enough job with the role. They didn't really have to bring too much to the table. It's your stereotypical kind of evil villain that doesn't really have powers. I think that's one of the big detriments, I guess, is the fact that he's not like a big superpower villain like we've seen in all the other episodes so far, so he seems very mundane in comparison. Especially once these random human-robot hybrids start popping up throughout the college campus and start attacking people. Thankfully, Mark is there to change into Invincible and take on all of these crazy-looking robot humans. All the times that we see Invincible take on these opponents, though, it's pretty fun, it's pretty badass. It's bloody, gory, and shocking as you expect from every fight scene, it seems like, in this show. Especially in the second time they fight, when he goes to save William later on. I think that one was even more gross and bloody, but I still enjoy that. It gives me that kind of fix I expect from this kind of adult-themed superhero show. And with the way that we leave things in the end of the storyline when it comes to Mark and the gang, I don't know if we're really going to see D.A. Sullivan ever again. I think this was more of a one-and-done kind of appearance, and I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's a Monster of the Week. Let's just get him out of the way. Maybe we'll never see him again, and that's fine. Some of the other side storylines are heating up as well. As we saw in the last episode, Debbie found Omni-Man's costume all bloody and all that, and the tensions between her and Nolan continue to rise in this episode, as we see another appearance of Mark Hamill as Art, as Debbie goes and talks to him about the suit. And I'm really not sure where this storyline is ending, but I think it's not going to end well in the end, especially with where we leave off with Debbie and Nolan. And same thing when it comes to the storyline involving Robot and the Mauler twins. They do get another appearance in this episode as well. They always just pop up sporadically here and there in every episode, it seems like. I don't know what they're doing when it comes to that stuff inside that tank. It looks like they're growing somebody, but I don't know where that's going to lead. It's going to be interesting. It seems like they're really setting up something crazy for either the last few episodes of this season or maybe even a cliffhanger stinger into season 2. And I think it's going to be pretty wild. I'm excited for it, at least. Yeah, once again, another solid episode of Invincible this week. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's a Monster of the Week kind of style episode, but we do get some fun tidbits to lead the storylines on into later episodes. There's only a couple episodes left. It's a pretty crazy thing. We're almost done with season 1 already, but I think it's going to just keep getting better and better at this point as those storylines converge. Now that you've heard my thoughts on episode 6, leave your comments down below. What'd you think of this episode when you check it out on Amazon Prime Video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are some of your favorite moments of the episode? And where do you think we're going for these last couple episodes of season 1? Because I don't read the comics, so I don't know. Don't spoil it if you do read the comics, of course, just because we love that mystery element in this storyline. Thank you so much for checking out my videos, though. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. We'll keep doing movie reactions, unboxings, and more on the channel. But next time, I'll see you guys later.